Hi, good morning and welcome to Live with Joy. I'm going to give it a few moments for everybody to find that post and then we're going to get started with what we're going to be doing today. I'll tell you what you're going to need and I'll also remind everybody who starts to come on in a few moments. But today we are working our pull muscles. So if you were with me yesterday, we worked our upper body push muscles, and today we're working the opposite of the push muscles, the pull muscles, all in the upper body as well. So we're doing back-to-back upper body days, but we're working different muscle groups. So you're going to need to have your dumbbells just like you did yesterday, and also a mat, because we will come to the floor for a couple circuits on the ground towards the end of our workout, okay? Have some different size dumbbells if you do have them available to you. If not, you're working with whatever size that you have, and you're doing what you can with those weights, and if you need at any point, put the weights down, go through the movement without, okay? So we are focusing this week on the push muscles of the upper body, the pull muscles of the upper body. Wednesday will be our leg day, that's tomorrow. Then we'll have a core focus day and then cardio at the end of the week, okay? So that is the plan for the week. Today is those pull muscles, and those pull muscles consist of the biceps and the back. So we're gonna work those big, strong back muscles, and we're gonna also work those bicep muscles, one of the bigger muscles of the upper body as well. So those are our strong muscles. So you can probably go heavy with some of those exercises today if you would like to challenge yourself. I'm sure if you were with me yesterday, you're feeling some of those push muscles and that fatigue of the push muscles from doing those exercises yesterday. I know that I am feeling those push muscles today. Those muscles aren't gonna have to actively be working as much as our pull muscles, but they will be assisting in some way, shape, or form in some of those exercises. So just do the best you can if you are a little bit fatigued in those muscles or sore, okay? But again, those aren't gonna be the dominant muscles that we're working. So hopefully you'll be able to use them as those assister muscles and really focus on the pull muscles that we're gonna be working today in the back and the biceps, okay? So with that said, we're gonna just get warmed up. Once again, make sure that you have some dumbbells and you also have your mat handy to go to the floor towards the end. We're gonna do all of our standing circuits first, and we will warm it up before we do that. Get those shoulders down the truck back and engage that center. Let's march it out, standing tall. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's heel across with a little push with the arms moving. 8 more here, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step, touch, take it side to side. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reach across and tap, reach. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reach it overhead, up. Last 8, 4, 3, 2, back and across, let's reach. Last 8, 4, 3, 2, hamstring curl, pull back. Last 8, 4, 3, 2, knees to the front and pull. Last 8, 4, 3, 2, back to the hamstrings for 8, 4, 3, 2, reach across and tap, 8, 4, 3, 2, reach it overhead, up, 4, 3, 2, back across for 8, 4, 3, 2, step, touch, and press. 4, 3, 2, heel across, press forward. 4, 3, 2, march it out, right, left. 4, 3, 2, keep marching, roll those shoulders back. Back, 2 more times, roll. Take those legs out wide and hold. Hands on those thighs, and hinge forward with a flat back. Let's hold, and roll it up halfway, stretch that spine. Take that flat back down, and roll it all the way up, allow that head to come up last, and roll those shoulders back. All right, guys, let me show you your first 2 exercises. We are supersetting today, so that means 2 exercises per circuit. These are going to be hip shoulder width apart. We're going for those shoulder shrugs. So from the front, looks like this, working those trap muscles from the base of the neck down the center of that back. Then we're going to hinge forward, bring the waist to the front, rotate and pull. For those bent over rows right here, squeezing those back muscles as you come up, okay? So those are the first 2 units in 30 seconds each, 4 times each, 5 seconds to transition in between. Starting with those shoulder shrugs in 4, 3, 2, and go. These are your pull muscles. That is the focus. 2 back exercises right here, back to back, starting with those trap muscles and those shoulder shrugs with the exercise, and then we head to those lat muscles with that bent over row. Good. You can go heavy for this circuit if you'd like to. I'm working with 10 pounds. Good. Get that last one in. Hinge forward. Bring the weights to the front. And rotate and pull. Squeeze and retract those shoulder blades. And these are your lat muscles that work on either side of that back. Right underneath those shoulder blades. Rotate and pull. Draw those elbows up. Make sure you keep that body in one nice solid position here. Good. Really concentrating and thinking about that strength this week. Good. Last one. From here, we hinge forward. Take those weights to the side. And shoulder shrugs. Back to set number 2. Right here, and those trap muscles are the focus with those shoulder shrugs. Good. Just lift those shoulders up towards the ears. Press them down as far away from those ears as you can. Good. Engage that center. Keep your good posture and form. Bring those weights to the front, pressing those shoulders down. Use those trap muscles to hold those shoulders away from the ears and into those lats and that bent over row right here. Good, get that last one in. Nice and easy, bring it up. Set number 3. Get those shoulders down in position to start. Lift them up and press them down. If you're working with those heavier dumbbells, you should be feeling this now. You should be feeling that fatigue, that tension kind of setting in those trap muscles that are lifting those shoulders up and pressing them down. Try to get as big of a range as you can, as much movement through that shrug as possible. Good, get that last one in. Bring the weights to the front, hinge forward, engage that center, rotate and pull. Make sure you're not tucking the chin in or looking up. Keep that neck in a nice neutral position with that spine and try to keep that back nice and flat. So not rounded through those shoulders, really kind of pop that chest open the entire time. Retract those shoulder blades back and then move through that row. Just to hold this position, you gotta really have those strong back muscles that you're not rounded, but you're retracted up. Let's go for that last and final set right here. And go, lift those shoulders up and press down. Good, get that last and final one in. Rotate, hinge forward, and again, use those back muscles to hold those shoulders up in position instead of allowing that back to collapse and round. So you gotta really use strong back muscles just to get into that solid position. And then you're moving through that nice strong position with those rows. Good, get that last one in, come on up. Release yourself from those weights, wiggle out those fingers, especially if you're using those heavier weights. Get some water, and I'm going to show you the next two exercises that are going to be more bicep driven. Both are going to include the bicep work. All right, so I'm going to see if I can go with 10 pounds. I might wind up adjusting to go lower as we move through it, depending on how I feel. We're going to rotate up and rotate down for rotating curls. Then we're gonna hold it up for the second one, and you're alternating through a frontal curl, which is gonna be a little bit harder. I don't wanna see any body movement here, okay? So if you got those heavier weights, you're probably gonna wanna go slower. Again, we're focusing more on strength than we are intensity this week, okay? For those strength-driven workouts that we have in the beginning of the week. So don't worry about going fast unless you have light weights. If you only have light weights, then you can speed up your movement to get a little bit more intensity since you're not getting that strong movement in those heavier weights, okay? So we're gonna start with that rotating curl, both arms moving at the same time in 3, 2, and go. You're on that clock. So right here, we're gonna rotate up together and rotate back down. And again, since I'm using heavier weights, I'm gonna take my time with this movement. I'm not going to use any momentum. I'm not throwing those weights around. I'm really focusing on placing them up and even coming down a little bit slower than I come up to really force those muscles to work. Good. And then you're gonna hold it up, stay in position here. Those elbows are at your side, but not tucked in. And then you're gonna come down one at a time for those frontal raises. This is gonna really isolate that bicep a little bit more. Make sure you don't have that body movement thrusting back, arching that back and trying to use that body to move that weight. It's all about what the arms are doing. So again, I'm going slow because I've got those heavier weights to deal with. But if you've got lighter and you have control to go faster, you can. Good, getting that last one in. And then I'm gonna come down, back in position, ready for that double rotating curl. Both arms at the same time, rotating up and rotating back down. Good, getting that last one in, and then get yourself set in position with those weights up. And from here, one at a time, for that frontal curl. Good, really think about that movement and that concentration through the bicep muscle. Good, getting that last one in, and then lowering down, getting ready for that double rotating curl right here with both arms together. Again, really focusing, trying not to use momentum or gravity to drive that movement. I'm thinking about those muscles really taking on the control of that movement. Really focused and really strong. I'm not trying to get a million of these in. I'm trying to get quality versus quantity for my movement in those heavier sets. All right, in position right here, and frontal raises. Good, keep those wrists nice and strong too. Make sure you don't have floppy wrists. You're not rotating those hands up or flopping them down. You want to keep a nice straight wrist through the entire movement. Good, finishing up that last one. And one more set, double rotating curls. Shoulders down and back. We've already worked those trap muscles that push those shoulders down into position. So make sure you're doing that. You're not shrugging. You're not here for your move. You're really pressing those shoulders down, okay? That was the first thing that we did, was work on that shoulder position, lifting up and then pushing them all the way down. So when you do your exercises, you want those shoulders pushed down and away from those ears. Good, getting that last one in. And getting ready to finish up our last set of alternating front curls right here. Finding that nice strong movement. Good, I'm just gonna finish up that other side. And take a break, get those weights out of your hands, wiggle out those fingers, and get ready for your next set of exercises. I'm gonna go lighter for this one, and I'm gonna take it down to 5-pound weights. The first move is gonna be a little stronger than the second, which is gonna be a hammer curl, but considering we just worked strong biceps, I'm gonna keep it lighter so I can really focus more on that second move. So it's gonna be hammer curls at the same time, and then we're gonna hinge forward and go for reverse flies, which are our rear shoulders that we see from the back as well. So those also pull muscles as we pull through the back of those shoulders, okay? All right, so we're gonna go for shoulders down and back, feet solid and into that ground, and let's go for those double hammer curls right here, so I can go a little faster with those lighter weights if I want to. Go ahead, you guys keep going, just coming in sick. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Working those pull muscles today. The opposing muscles, not opposing for a joint movement, but opposing from the push muscles. Right here. So all those push muscles in the upper body we did yesterday, and now we're hitting those muscles we didn't get yesterday, which are the push muscles of the back and the biceps. Good, let's get that last one in. And then from here, you're gonna hinge forward, bring those weights somewhat together, slight bend in those elbows, and I'm gonna really control that movement coming down. So I wanna slow it up and not really allow gravity to take those weights down. That's what I'm gonna focus on, okay? Make sure you kind of do the same a little bit. Don't let gravity take those weights back down. Think about that control that you have and force your back to do the work as you're coming out of it. Good, come on up, shoulders down. So remember, push those shoulders down in position. Always think about that. And then into those hammer curls. Weight staying outside the body, hands are in a neutral position with the palms facing each other the entire time. Good, gonna get that last one in. And then from here, hinging forward, bringing those weights in front of the body, slight bend in the elbows. And again, I'm gonna really focus on what's happening when I come out of that move and really resisting gravity from allowing those weights to fall. Good, getting in that last one. Hinging up, bring those weights to the side. Push those shoulders down. Always check that those shoulders are down and where you want them to start. Good, finish up your last one. And then hinge forward, bring the weights together. Keep that soft elbow. And again, really focusing on that resistance, not going with gravity back down. Take so much control to stop those weights from just dropping. Good, finish up that last one. And we're gonna have one more set right here. Coming up, last and final set of each. Starting with those hammer curls, keeping those biceps warm. We're gonna have some stronger bicep work coming up. Good, finishing up that last one. Hinging forward, bringing those weights together, soft elbow, and again, trying to resist that gravity back down. Good, you guys are gonna stay right there. You will get some water and get ready to show you your next and final 2 circuits standing up, which we're gonna do single-sided. You have 8 seconds left to go. Almost there. Last 3, last 2. Good, stop, put the weights down, wiggle out the fingers. Get ready for your next set of exercises. Now we are gonna do 1 circuit the right side, 4 sets, 1 circuit on the other side, left. Okay, so watch me, we're gonna be upright. We're gonna work that serving bicep out and in right here. Palm is up as you extend out and in. And then we're gonna hinge forward with that hand on the thigh. Rotate up for this little kind of lat pull from the back of the shoulder all the way down through the side of that back, okay? And again, just like we did with those reverse flies, let's think about coming down a little bit slower, not allowing gravity to take control, okay? So we're gonna take that left foot forward, right foot back. And we're gonna start with a 90-degree bend here in that elbow. I like to keep my fingers loose here and just balance that weight in my hand. If you want to grip, you can, especially if you have a heavier one. But I just kind of like to glide it out here with it resting on my palm, okay? So get set in that position. 2 and 1. Go for it. So I like to almost imagine like I have a tray in my hand, which is why this is called the serving bicep, and I'm serving out those drinks or whatever, that food, whatever you want to call it. But that is why this exercise is called a serving bicep, because that's exactly what it is that you are doing. You are serving that tray. Good, get that last one in. We're gonna rotate down, hinge forward, and right from this position, you wanna rotate up and then rotate back down to the side of that leg. And I'm gonna go nice and slow, even pause at the top so I don't just kind of fall right back down, but I really take that nice control right here as I come out of it. And I even pause at the top, really allowing those muscles to hold that contraction for a moment instead of just falling right out of it. Good, now we're gonna come up, rotate it up, and extend and lengthen it out again. And this is where you're gonna really start to feel that pop in those muscles. This is where you're gonna start to see that definition pop up in that body, in those arms. They're gonna start to be really strong. Those muscles are gonna really start to be engaged. Right here, let's go. And then slowly, again, coming out of it. Good, finishing up that last one. Coming upright, rotating up into those 90 degrees, and taking it out and in. I'm sure you can feel that fatigue setting in. This arm's gonna get to rest in a moment. As you work that left, try to finish it up best that you can. Good, get that last one in, lower the arm down, hinge forward in position, rotate up to hold, and again, slowly coming out of it. Good, finish up your last one. Come on upright, rotate into that 90 degrees, palm up. Last and final set right here. Hang in there, guys, come on, you got this, almost there. Last and final set. You just got to get a couple more in. Good. Rotate down, hinge forward, and let's go for that last and final set right here. And slowly coming down. Make sure you're not tucking that chin in. Keep space between your chin and your chest. Good, finish up that last one. Come upright, step it in, and bring it into the left hand. Wiggle out those fingers on the right, and let's get you set up before we start. Right foot is gonna come forward, left foot's gonna come back. Rotate up into that 90 degrees again. If you can just balance that weight on your hands, you extend and lengthen out. You'll be right there in 3, 2, and go. If you wanna grip that weight, that's fine as well. So again, it's completely up to you. Good. Rotate down, hinge forward in position here. Rotate up. Again, I'm going to pause a moment and then slowly come out of it so I make sure that gravity is not what is in control of that movement, but my muscles are. So I'm not allowing myself to just come up and fall out of it. I'm pausing for a moment and then slowly releasing out of that move to really force that control to happen. Good, finish it up, and then come upright, rotate to that 90 degrees bent, and then extend and lengthen out right here. Good, rotate down, hinge forward in position, and again, rotate up, hold and pause, and slowly lower that arm back down to the side. Last one, and make your way upright, Bring it up, palm up, elbow 90 degrees back. Set number 3. This is where you really start to feel that fatigue set in. It becomes an effort for every rep to get that weight out and then to pull it back in with control. Get that last one in. Rotate down, hinge forward in position, and rotate up again, pausing at the top if you can. Really forcing that contraction to happen, forcing those muscles to be at work and to control the movement. Good, finish up your last one. Hinge it up, rotate up, 90 degrees bend. Last and final set. And again, take it where you can. Good, extend it and lengthen it out whenever you're ready for another rep. Sure, it's getting harder to even just balance that weight, so if you need to grip it, feel free to do so. Everything's starting to fatigue and shake a little bit. Good, finish up that last one. And final set right here, hinging forward. Keeping that arm straight, but with a soft elbow as you rotate up and slowly and gently come back down. And hinge it up, step it in, awesome job. Let's get our mat set on the floor, get some water if you need. And I'm gonna go back to some stronger sets. We're gonna bring our dumbbells with us. All right, so I'm gonna go back to those 10s. I got 8s here in case I need it. But for that first set, we're gonna be in a kneeling position. Now I'm gonna be this way, but I'm just gonna rotate to show you what I want so you can see it from the front. Okay, we're gonna cross over that weight, bringing it to the opposite shoulder and come back down. And we're gonna alternate it. So you wanna get that little kind of hammer called cross. Okay, bringing that weight right to the opposite shoulder, alternating, all right? Then we're gonna bring it all the way to the floor, lift the legs up, lift the hands up, and do our W reaches right here. Think about all the back muscles you have to activate just to lift, and then reach forward and pull back using those back muscles. So those are the two you're gonna alternate, okay? That crossover curl from your knees, and then down on your belly for those W reaches, all right? So get set up in your kneeling position to cross over one at a time, alternating in 2 and 1. Go right from here. Bring it over to the other shoulder. And you'll see this is a stronger move. So that's why I'm going with those 10 pounds. You can handle a little bit heavier on that crossover curl. Good, getting that last one in. Lower down. Walk it out, coming onto the belly, lifting the legs up, lifting the hands up, looking straight down at that floor, keeping that chin off that chest. And we want to reach forward and pull back. Good, get that last one in, and then walk yourself back in. Grab the weights into your kneeling position and cross it over. Good. Watch your shoulders as you curl up. Don't hit it. You got to use your muscles to stop where you want to. And then bring it back down to the side of that body. Good. Finish it up. Weights come down. We walk it out. We lift it up. Balancing on that belly. Reach forward and pull back. Good. Finish your last one. Walk it in. Grab those weights. Cross it over for set number 3. Good, finish up one on each side. Walk it out, lower to your belly. Lift and hold and hover everything. And then reach forward and pull back. And I'm even taking these slow today. No resistance here, but I want to really get that full extension. I want to get that full pull back. I want to think about keeping everything super contracted in those back muscles the entire time I move through this. Really trying to keep that focus in that strength-driven movement today, not that intensity move. So really taking my time with everything and really thinking about that form, that control, and the contraction as you move through it. Right here, last and final set. Crossing over. Good, finish one on each side. Walk yourself out to your final set right here, lifting and hovering everything, looking straight down to that floor, and work on getting that full extension out and pulling back. At the same time, you are squeezing through those back muscles to keep those arms covered and off of the ground. Good, that last one in. Come on up, shake it out, resetting that clock. We got one more circuit left, guys. The final 2 exercises, and you're gonna watch me. All right, I'm gonna stick with those 10-pound weights. Now you've got an option to be here on all fours and alternate a pull up from that ground, okay? Option number 2, full renegade row, making it even stronger. Okay, you don't have to be there, you can keep your knees on the ground. All right, second exercise. Hand comes to the floor. I'm gonna give you options here. Okay, from here, I'm extending my one leg because I wanna rotate that weight up and bring it all the way to the ground, really pulling up from those back muscles, okay? But you don't have to take the weight with you. You can just do it without that weight, reach to the floor, and reach up, okay? We'll alternate the sides that we do per set. Okay, so you're gonna start with that renegade row, pulling the dumbbells up, keeping the knees on the ground, or holding that full plank, okay? This is your last and final circuit in 3, 2, and go. Let's finish it up, guys. So again, you're staying on the knees and alternating a pull right here from the floor, or taking into that nice plank position. I'm gonna hold a wide stance with my legs, which is gonna help me stay nice and steady as I draw those weights up one at a time. You want to alternate one weight and put a hand on the floor, you could do that as well, instead of holding it like handles here, okay? Now take that left hand on the floor and extend your right leg. And we're going to rotate up with or without that weight, come back down to the floor, and pull up. So your body remains steady here. It's that arm that we lift and rotate through. Keep it close to the body while you do this. Good, getting that last one in. If you need, take a moment right here. Come back up onto all fours or get your solid plank position. And we're back into that alternating, that renegade row right here, alternating that pull up with that dumbbell. Good, finish one on each side. If you didn't already, take your right hand on the floor and extend that left leg. Without that weight, you're gonna pull it up and lower it back to that floor. I can already tell this side a lot weaker. It's more tougher to get through this move. So I'm gonna rest it in between each one as I come to that floor and take a moment before I go into that pull, because it's just not going to be as strong as the other side. Good. And I'm going to leave it right there. And we're going to get set for that renegade row. Again, staying on your knees if you need. Right here. We're setting a nice solid plank position and pulling it from here. You guys stay right there. Set number 3, guys. Hang in there. Stay on your knees if you need to, okay? Keep working those back muscles as you pull strong through those weights. 10 more seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Finish up on each side. Take that little stretch if you need. Left hand's on the floor, right leg is going to be extended. And we're coming up into that pull. Last and final set on this side. And remember, if the weight's too much, you do not have to use the weight. So just put the weight to the floor and lift and lower with that arm. You're going to still get that movement right here that you need without having to grab that weight every time, okay? So you can grab it every other time if you want to. Good, if you need a moment, sit back on those heels, come on up. And again, last and final set here for that renegade row. Staying on those knees. If you need to, setting your strong plank position if you can, and getting in those rows and those pulls right here. Last and final set that you have to do. Good, make sure you finish one on each side, and then take the right hand on that floor, extend that left leg, and again, with or without that weight, up and pull. And again, if you want to go every other one, and then bring that weight up, you can do that as well. This way you have more strength as you come to that weight. Or just take a little bit more of a rest, get set, find that energy to pull, and take it back down. Good, finish up your last one. Sit back on those heels, give me a moment right there. And then rise up, let's take those weights out of the way. And then come into that child's pose. Sitting on those heels, walking those fingertips forward, lifting those elbows up, and holding right here. Good, just walk those hands out to the side, hold there for a moment, and then walk them into the side, palms down, and then we'll walk back the other way. If you can get your forehead to the floor, that's where you want to be right now. Walk back to your side, palms down. Walk out in front, lift those elbows up, walk those fingertips forward, and hold. And lift it up, curl the toes under. Let's walk into the feet. We're going to come up to the floor. Plant that bottom, lift up first if you can. Roll yourself all the way up. And first thing you want to do is stretch that back and open up that vertebrae. So take those legs out wide, hands on those thighs. Hinge forward with that nice flat back and hold. Roll it up halfway. Open everything up and stay right here. For any stress you might have felt in your back, especially if you weren't holding your core as tight as you needed to stay in position. Flatten down and roll it all the way back up. And once you come up, roll those shoulders back. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Hold and exhale down the left. Lift it up and reach. Feel that stretch in your right side. And then we're going to take it down, bring it across right here, press it in. Good, now I want you to take that onto the front and just let that hand come down, press into it a little bit. Good, release down, let's take an inhale up. Exhale down the right, lift and reach with that left. And bring it up, take it across, press it in right here. Hold. Bring it to the center, palm down. Give it a little bit of a press and hold right here. Good, watch me. We're gonna get a little bit of movement now right here. Just swinging down and swinging up. Good, let's just release a little bit of that tightness that we might have from those 2 days of upper body right here. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more time. Good, right here we're gonna crisscross and open right here as well. Good, just let that movement happen. 3 more times. 2 more. 1 more, open here, hold, reach and extend those arms and fingertips out and release it in. Let's take 2 deep breaths in. Exhale it down, 1 more time in. Exhale it down and you are all done. Your upper body 2-day work is done. You're pushing your pull muscles of the upper body, all done and complete. Tomorrow, the focus will be on the lower part of that body, all legs tomorrow, okay? So we will get a little rest from that upper body movement, but again, your upper body might be working. It's gonna have to hold weights in order to work that lower body. So that is where the upper body will get a little bit of work, but no more movement, no more muscle focus in that upper body. It's gonna be all about that legs tomorrow. So join me tomorrow again. It is Wednesday, so it is 9:30 start time. I will be at the JCC for anybody who wants to join me in person for that leg day. Once again, you do have to register for that class if you do plan on coming at miyjcc.org. So get on there, register, make sure there, as far as I look, there was 20 people registered already, which means there's 6 spots left. So make sure you get on and you register right away after that class if you do plan on coming, okay? I will see you virtually tomorrow if you're not going to come in. 9:30 is our start time. And once again, don't forget, you can save, share these push-pull workouts that we do. You can come back to this page and do it again another week in order to get that strong upper body work in. Really define those muscles out of those push and pull muscles of the entire upper body in just 2 days of work. So awesome job, guys. Thank you once again for joining me. I will see you tomorrow for leg day, Thursday core, and Friday will be cardio to finish out our week, and you will get your full body workout in. I will see you tomorrow, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.